Spider retrieval sequence ready, Commander.
Fighter docking sequence initiated.
Retrieval process complete, Commander.
Seems to be working now.
Is this Wayland? This is Macro speaking.
Yeah, that's Wayland here.
Ah, nice. Good morning, Wayland.
Good morning, although it's almost noon here.
Oh, really? Yeah, same
Germany,
here.
GMT +2.
Yeah. Yeah. My local time is, let's see. It's 10:53 at my location.
Same here, 56, but that's local clocks probably.
Yeah. So, are you ready?
Hello?
Hello?
I just lost the sound. Okay, yeah, there you're back again. Okay.
Are you ready?
Sort of. I don't know what for, but okay.
So, we are just gonna to talk about the subjects that I outlined for you when I first contacted you. Your commander background, your motivation for being on the expedition, objective goals for your journey, what you otherwise do in it, and what makes you jump.
Sure, no problem.
So, this is just going to be some sort of casual-like interview. Our aim is to try to match it up with the actual mass jump, so we will be ending the talk show. If it lasts that long, end the talk show with the mass jump. That is our ambition.
Okay.
Otherwise, if we find ourselves empty for questions, empty for answers, then we'll just end the interview and wait for the mass jump.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. So how many people have you at base camp right now?
How many people do we have base camp now? In my instance, I have, let's see, I have 2, 4, 6, 8 commanders in my instance.
Yeah, because I already moved on. I'm about 3,500 light years away from the last base camp.
Yeah, you said it's not a problem. Thing is that Henke will be streaming the talk show from the base camp, so we'll have images from the base camp, and we'll have you and me and Henke on audio too. So that will be streamed. Have you seen the link that Henke sent out on the forum?
Oh no, not yet. Let me check.
If you do click it, then make sure you disable the audio from your browser.
Yeah, sure.
Just to prevent any feedback. This is Henke and I's very first talk show, so if we fumble up a bit, Wayland, you have to forgive us.
That's not a problem. But I'm still looking for the link.
Yeah,
Happen to know which page?
it should be on the very last page on the thread.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Found it. Also, we'll be talking about your ship, your preparations for the journey, that kind of stuff.
I'm getting an error message here, but is it already running the
No,
stream?
I'm not sure Henke is having it up and running yet.
Because I just got an error message.
Yeah, we'll be starting in
Cannot comply.
half an hour, I think.
Frameshift
9:30.
charging.
actually says that there are 2 people waiting for it. So
4,
Ah,
3,
really?
2, 1.
this is a message here that there are 2 people in some kind of queue, but I don't know who.
Oh. I would think that you would be one of them.
Well, possible, yeah.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, I see a logo. I see the Elite Dangerous logo. The eagle.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
see anything.
It's the link that says gaming.youtube.com/user/something live.
I have that link, but it just doesn't seem to. I just see static, and it says there's an error taking place. Try it again later.
Oh, maybe your browser. I use Chrome browser.
Firefox.
Yeah. If you have Chrome, you can try it in Chrome.
Yeah, well, if it doesn't work now, but there are now 3 people waiting, so I'm probably 2 of them. Let's switch to Chrome. Yeah, it was really the browser for some reason, which is sad in itself, but okay.
Well, browsers have always had problems. One
Yeah,
way or
sure.
another.
So, where are you from, actually?
Actually, I'm from Denmark.
Then you're right next to me. I'm from Germany.
Yeah, I sort of guessed that from your accent.
Yeah, it's hard to disguise that.
Yeah, Danish have English accents too, so you can always guess based on the accent when it's a Dane speaking, trying to speak English. So, where from in Germany?
The Ruhr area, Essen.
Ah. I haven't been that much in Germany. When I was a kid, I was on a holiday.
That's right next door to you.
Yeah, I know. I live near the Copenhagen area, so we are.
I was there 2 years ago.
Oh,
I travel quite a lot because I do quite a lot of conference work, so
yeah.
give presentations and stuff.
Ah,
So and I was in Copenhagen, I think 2015 or maybe 14, something like that.
yeah. What kind of conference?
I'm an engineer, so I do quite a lot. I'm an engineer in a research institute, so we travel quite a bit to present our research and our projects and things like that.
That sounds nice. I don't think engineers get to travel a lot and do presentations.
Well, actually,
Normal
they
engineers.
do, especially if you work in commissioning. Then you travel all over the world. The problem
Yeah.
is you usually end up in the weirdest places, or somewhere in the jungle or in the desert, because they build power plants or whatever, not in the big cities, but somewhere in the boonies.
Yeah.
So you end up traveling to India or Africa or wherever, but really in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but not doing presentations, right? Just
Definitely
doing
not. That's
engineering
that's
work.
the better part of my job then.
Yeah. So, do you like doing presentation, or do you just attend the presentation?
Oh, actually, I think I'm quite good at it, and actually, it's interesting to do that. So it doesn't bother me at all.
Okay. I would guess that a lot of engineers are introverts, so they are having trouble speaking out. Larger
It
audiences.
takes some getting used to, sure, but it's a question of practice in the end. So I think, of course, the first few were quite different, and then once you start giving presentations in a foreign language, that doesn't make things easier either. But
Yeah, absolutely.
it's not that bad actually.
It's a nice feeling doing presentations and feel you have a connection with your audience.
Yeah, it sure is. So what do you do for a living?
I'm an independent contractor in IT.
In IT, okay.
I do kind of DevOps work, configuration manager, release manager, and stuff. That's it.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is, because I get to see the final product, or massage the final product, and be able to deliver it to end user.
But I think there are a
All
lot of
power
IT
to
people
systems.
in this expedition, aren't there? I've heard so many people talking about IT projects, so it seems to be really
Yeah,
a
I think
focus
so.
group here for some reason.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think that that pertains to Elite Dangerous in general. I think a lot of
Yeah, probably.
lot of children growing up playing computer games and staying inside the computer
Yeah, it was the same for me. I
industry.
played the first Elite when it came out on an Amstrad CPC.
Really?
Was one of my very first computer games. Yeah, I played it for ages.
I never had an Amstrad.
It was not the best of computers, and at the time, most people had a Commodore 64.
Yeah.
So I was pretty much the only one with an Amstrad. So everybody had these pirate copies of computer games. They were playing all over the place, and I actually had to buy my games because there was nobody who could copy them for me. So it was a bit of a problem. That way, I actually learned. I was the only one in my class or in my group of people who played Elite who was actually able to manually land the ship, because everybody else had these cheat codes, so they could easily get lots and lots of money, and they could buy a docking computer. And I couldn't do that, so I actually had to learn how to land the ship manually.
I had Elite Dangerous. My first experience with Elite Dangerous was on the Commodore 64. I didn't have any cheat codes. I wonder how the cheat code got circulated. Was it in the magazines then?
No, it was. I don't know actually, because at the time, though, of course, there was no internet. But
But there was
I know that.
bulletin boards, right?
Yeah, but hardly anybody was online. It was in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know how they got it, but they had this peek and poke, whatever, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you had millions of credits, and you could buy basically you could turn your Cobra into a battleship and whatever. So I actually had to work for that.
Damn. Then again, having to work for something, and when you finally accomplish your goal, that gives you great satisfaction. I don't imagine you cheat codes would give you the same kind of satisfaction.
I think I actually took more out of the game than my colleagues at
Yeah.
the time, because I just played it the way it was intended to be played, and so in the end it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I think what impresses me still to this day is that Raven managed to get Elite Dangerous, the game, out on so many platforms.
At the time, it was actually not that rare, because there were so many different competing platforms out there. What I found impressive was to put an entire galaxy, or actually at the time they had different galaxies.
Yeah, 8 of them.
On one floppy disk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a feat in itself. So already back then he used procedural generation of the system.
Yeah, sure. And the systems were much more simple than.
Hello, Wayland.
Hey there.
Hey there. Oh, you're still here. Good. I see Henke is writing in the channel that he's trying to get in time, just feeding the cups. So he's alone with his children today, so we may get some interruptions, but I think we can manage.
You should introduce them to the game.
One of them is 2 and one of them is 4, but I guess it can never be too early, right?
You can never start too early, yeah.
Exactly. I remember when my oldest girl, she's now 22, maybe I had her in my lap while I was playing. And she's still playing today.
What I also find interesting is that there are so many people in our age still playing the game, because usually, at least in Germany, that's the preconception that computer games are things for younger children or maybe adolescents, and I don't think people appreciate how many people in our age bracket actually still play computer games.
No, I don't think so too. But then again,
Landing gear.
I grew up with computers.
Yes, me too.
Natural thing for me to, well, just basically keep playing.
Still work in computers, so to speak, because I do computer simulations.
Oh, what kind of simulations?
Industrial combustion processes, furnaces, and power plants, things like that. So we simulate how the combustion process takes place and what to do to improve it.
Ah, interesting. I guess that takes a lot of computing force.
Nowadays, of course, yeah, but we parallelize. So what we do for the most part is we have several workstations working in parallel to run our simulations, and then I've started a simulation yesterday. I expect it to be finished by Tuesday or something like that, which is for a steel furnace. So and then of course you can always add up more complexity and more detail, so you can easily have simulations running for months on time, but in the end nobody wants to pay for that, because if it takes too long, then it's only for academic research but not for industrial projects. They usually want to have their results obviously as quickly as possible.
Sure. So in those simulations, what do we optimize for? The choice of material, the way the furnace is designed?
Well, what we do is we try to optimize the actual combustion process, so heat transfer, how to best get heat into a product, for example. So if you have a melting furnace, for example, you want to have as much heat go into the melting good as possible with the least amount of fuel. So it's efficiency, of course, then pollutant emissions, so things like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, so all the nasty stuff that where there are legal limits how much you can emit. So this also has to be checked and possibly improved upon. So this is the kind of things that we look at, how to switch from one fuel to another, from let's say oil to natural gas or vice versa.
Okay.
Good day, gentlemen.
Hi there.
Hi, Hinga.
I'm trying to get my tablet to work, so I have chat. Jesus, this is slow. I really need that second monitor.
I'm playing on a laptop.
I have like 5-year-old Samsung Galaxy Tab 2. It's slow as hell. But I think I have a chat now, so yeah. So, do we have our guest ready?
I'm here.
Nice. How's my sound? Do you hear me nicely?
Yeah, I hear fine and clear, Hinga.
Yeah, me too.
I can boost it a bit if
It's okay for me.
Okay. People can crank up the volume if I'm too quiet. Are you, Macros, at the orbit now?
Yes, I'm in orbit. I see you already in a wing hangar.
No, I'm not at the moment. I was with Trevor Goodchild, but at the moment
Okay,
I'm
I
not. Yeah.
try again. Yeah, I see you now.
Okay,
Let's
I'll
see
go
if
to
we can lure
Super Cruise.
commanders up here. So
Yeah, I just went to Super Cruise.
I'm sending out invites now.
I'll just get myself to you before we start this live
Good.
stream, so I have complete concentration on this instead of flying. I really suck at multitasking. There you are. Oh, that far.
Yeah, I thought we should start from a very strong light source today.
Yeah, might be a good idea. I think I will throw the Discord that. Um, Come on, this is so slow. Oh my god. Come on, accelerate.
Are you talking to a ship or your computer? Or both?
To my ship. There's still time, there's still time. We're getting close.
I have you in my wing hangar and Chunk and Jackie.
Yeah, I will drop out of the wing as soon as I drop to the instance. 300 light seconds yet to go. 200. 100. And I'm doing the loop of shape.
So have you heard from any of our scouts about the candidate for?
Yeah, Weezy, I talked to Weezy and he should be around the candidate. And he already got checked it out and said that it's quite nothing there except the neutron star.
Yeah.
So he found an adjacent system which had geysers and some nice views, so maybe we'll know more about that soon. Or that what he said.
Yeah.
He said about the system that it was quite boring after all.
Yeah, I guess if you move too long away from the neutron star, then basically.
Yeah, he said that only curiosity in that system was the neutron star, and that's about it. Nothing else. And I'm dropping now. And here I am. There you are. And I will move out of the way a bit. And I'm leaving wing. And I think we are good to go live. Going live in 1 minute. Although we said that we are starting the stream at 9:30,
Yeah, we
so
did.
that's like 8 minutes away. We can wait for a while yet.
Sure. Yeah, let's start.
You posted macros the target system where jump systems somewhere. Was it the forums? Angus.
Oh, I just said we should aim for
Yeah.
waypoint
But
3.
do you have some?
I haven't given out the mass jumps.
Yeah. Okay.
The general
I
direction
think-
of waypoint.
I think the problem is that we need Champonium to get out of here.
Yeah. The first two. All of us.
Yeah.
A route, but I can.
That makes a bit poor place for mass jump.
Yeah, it does, but. Oh, wait a minute. System. Jump down to the.
There's quite a lot of commanders in the. If you check the galaxy map. I'm surprised.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, Commander.
oh shit, no. Like, no. I got
I've got
wing
18.
white. I have Trevor Goodchild and Lone John Silver in my wing now.
I now
wonderful.
see 3 commanders.
Yeah. I think I can already. How do I get that? I'm going live, so
Good.
I'll just put that sponsored window.
Strange. I have a bookmark in a system I've never been before.
That's weird.
I didn't know you can bookmark unexplored bodies at all.
Okay. Bookmarks is a way to plan your route.
Yeah,
Problem
sure.
is you have a limited amount. Maximum.
Yeah, I noticed I had already had to remove all my bookmarks for the water worlds and ammonia worlds that I had discovered because I ran out of space.
And that is a problem in a galaxy with 400 million.
Okay, I think we can go live, so I will put the intro now. And we should be live. Welcome to the Dead End Circumnavigation Expedition first live stream from Geminorum. I'm here with Macros Black.
Hello, Henke. Marcus Black here.
Hello, Macros. And we have our first guest, Commander Wayland.
Hello, everybody.
And I should check a few things. Everything should be in order. If we have some trouble with the sound, if someone could tell us in the chat if we are okay.
I hear you loud and clear, Henke.
Yeah,
So do I.
All good on my end.
that's good. And at the moment we are at the orbit, and we are waiting for commanders to gather up. I don't think we have that many commanders here at the moment. There's only few of us. Oh shit, I don't have I don't have wing beacon, sorry guys. That was my bad. Too much multitasking, I suck at it. So while waiting for commanders to arrive, should we get on with our guest here?
I think that's a very good idea, Henke. So, Commander Wayland, you're not here at the base camp, right?
No, I arrived last week and I didn't spend too much time in the region where there are so difficult traveling there. So I decided to move on, and I'm already 3,500 light years away from your position on the way to the next waypoint.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's nice you're not that far ahead. I heard yesterday that Commander Rogos already completed.
Yeah, he did. In 13 days, he went around the galaxy. That's
That is
I
absolutely.
wonder why he has so much time on his hand, because I couldn't do that.
he most likely doesn't have any family.
If you do have
And
any
no
family,
job.
he doesn't talk to them. And no
yeah,
job.
and no job. And his ass must have been made of iron.
That as well, yeah.
That's like, I counted it yesterday, it's like 21,000 light years per day. I think that's nuts.
Yeah.
It's possible, yes, but really,
Yeah, but
21,000 light years a day.
where's the fun in
That's-
that? You don't see anything. I mean, he must have been honk driving the entire drive. So
Yeah, we thought so too, but we looked at his stats and we see that he also did some manual plotting because he
Yeah.
okay.
that is
Well, it is an impressive feat, definitely.
yeah, it is. But then again, all of us will have completed that spectacular.
Yes, but there's a difference between a year and 14 days.
There is absolutely. But
So-
Wayland, we are not here to talk about workers. We are here to talk about. You
Yeah.
could tell us a little bit about your commander background.
Well, my commander background is basically that I've been playing Elite for basically since the very beginning, since the very first Elite came up in the 80s. I played it on a Armstrad, or in Germany they're called Schneider, but it's still an Armstrad CPC. And then later I played Elite, the Frontier, the second part. That was rather difficult because of the fully Newtonian physics, which was a bit weird to get used to. And I've been playing Elite Dangerous now for almost a little bit more than a year now. And this is my first major expedition. I've done some solo runs to Colonia and to Sagittarius A, but this is my first organized expedition. I gotta say, it's been very well organized so far. So I'm really looking forward to going on here.
Thank you
That's
very
nice
much
to
for
hear.
that, Wayland.
Thank you. We are still learning.
Yeah, we are.
Learning.
Yeah,
This-
Don't expect any criticism from me because it's my first expedition. I have nothing to compare it to.
I think we are the biggest critics of ourselves, so.
Yeah, but we
This-
always welcome any negative or positive.
Yeah, of course.
So if you have any way of doing better, then. But I'm glad you're here to hear that glad to be
Yeah,
engaged
and
with you.
I have to say this whole expedition grew up to be something as I expected. I expected most likely 10 to 20 commanders doing just a circumnavigation, and what do you know, we have over 100 commanders now. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
was
your
surprised by
numbers
that.
higher than mine.
I was surprised
Yeah.
by that as well because it is a significant commitment of time, and I didn't expect so many people to actually want to do this. But well, they do, and now we are more than 100.
Yeah.
It is a very big commitment, especially if you only have one commander in the game.
Yeah, I do. This is actually the only commander that I have. So we'll see how long I'll stick around.
Well, we hope you plan to stick around to the end.
I'll try. I'll definitely try.
Yeah.
So, Wayland, you said you have been playing Elite Dangerous for about a year's time. Where did you hear about Elite?
I had heard about it for basically on the internet, and then I used to play. I've been playing online games for quite some time now, and I started with World of Warcraft, like probably quite a few people. Then I moved away from that to Star Trek Online because I got bored with the fantasy setting. Then I played Star Trek Online for quite some time, and then I switched over to Elite Dangerous once I looked at the graphics actually, and then I remember the good old days when I played it with a joystick on my Schneider, and so I checked it out and I got stuck, so to speak.
Yeah, Elite Dangerous has
Nice.
that effect on some commanders. Either you love it or you will just get bored fairly quickly and game, but suck then.
Yeah, I really like these sandbox games where you pretty much can do whatever you want. I mean, the big comparison is always with Star Citizen, which seems to be much more aimed at storytelling. But that's it. Once the story's over, and then you're basically you're done with the game. And something like Elite or Morrowind or these Elder Scrolls games, basically they give you an environment to play with, and you can do whatever you want for within certain limits. And I think that's in the long run, this is actually the kind of games that I'm interested in more.
So where did you hear about the dead ends circumnavigation?
I actually don't remember. It's I think I read it somewhere, and I was looking for an expedition to join, because before that I've only done solo expeditions, which I basically organized myself, just basically heading in one direction and plotting. And I wanted to join an expedition. I had missed out on the Distant Worlds expedition because I think at the time I wasn't ready for that, and I learned about it too late. And then I signed up for for the Dead Ends circumnavigation instead.
So, what are your expectations for the remainder of this expedition? What do you want to see?
I want to actually. I want to be able to say I've done it, and I'm mostly looking for great vistas. So I do quite a lot of screenshots, because I think this is one of the most visually stunning games I've ever seen so far.
Yeah,
And so I really look forward to looking at different places and maybe doing a few more screenshots. So I've already have, I think, about 200 just from this expedition. So that's basically my expectation there. So I already have the explorer rank of elite, so there's no motivation there from me. Of course, I would like to discover a few Earth-likes or black holes or whatever, but for the most part, it's really just to go out there and look at things.
yeah, sounds like a plan.
I think there will be plenty of opportunities for you to do.
Yeah.
I plan to do a lot of. So do
I
you
have
have
to
Last
admit,
time I
So Wayland, do you have any kind of special system you want to discover? You mentioned Earth-like system.
well, everybody likes Erx-like. What I'm still looking for is an O-class star that I can discover for myself. I have already discovered a neutron star, plenty of class stars, which look the best in my opinion so far, because I like the blue light. I'm still looking for an O-class star somewhere, and of course a black hole.
Yeah, I think there will be a lot of black holes and neutrons, and I think we have a lot of screenshots from this trip.
I
A lot of
haven't seen a
eye-candy.
single neutron star so far, except for the one in the Crab Nebula, which I had known before. I haven't seen a single neutron star in this journey so far. I don't know how I did it, but I seem to avoid them on a subconscious level for some reason.
So do you know the joke about the neutron star that walks into a bar?
Nope.
No, a neutron star walks into a bar, and the bartender looks up and he says to, "No charge for you."
Badum. Sorry, that was our voice board. We don't have any better.
Mhm.
We seem to have nicely commanders have arrived here already. So, have
I can
you,
see a lot of
Blackross, got the? Do you have the target system looked?
Yeah,
So
I do.
I think we need the Champonium to reach it, because
Yeah, we do.
Geminorum is.
The target system is 67.8 light years away. So I think it's the system most people took to get up here. So I'll quickly write about it in the local again.
Okay, you.
So by the way, the stream is a little bit laggy on at least on my side.
Yeah, I noticed it also. It seems that I have to fiddle with the OBS settings. I thought it should be okay, but it obviously isn't, so... Um, I'll try to fix it to the next stream, because I don't want to cut this off in the middle of the launch.
Yeah,
So,
makes sense.
you just have to bear with this one. I'll try to fix it for the next stream.
I was there for the live for the last mass jump, so I think I know what to see.
I'm still quite a noob with the OBS, so I have still a lot of learning to do, so just bear with me.
We'll do that, Henke. So, Wayland,
There's
you mentioned
there's so much of settings in OBS you can fiddle with.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's
Just-
a lot of settings.
yeah.
When I first started using OBS, I got a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I think I've had it set up now as I like to.
I have to lock that mass job system also.
So, Wayland, you mentioned you are already elite in exploration. What are your favorite stuff you do in Elite Dangerous?
Actually, it depends from time to time. So I've done quite a lot of combat, although I really suck at it. Because I play with a mouse and a keyboard. So I think you really, if you really want to do proper combat, especially with flight assist off, you really need a good joystick, which I don't have. So I play with a shooter setting. So controls with the cursor keys and orientation with the mouse. So basically, just like a shooter. And I've done some training. I have several ships. So and actually, my multi-purpose ship is an Anaconda, which is sort of combat capable, but it also carries around 250 tons of cargo. So I just traveled around doing whatever I wanted. In the long run, I want to have a cutter or maybe one of these new chieftains when they come up. Because I think the chieftain ship, this new chieftain ship looks just great. I don't know the specs yet, so maybe it's absolutely sucks, but just from the looks of it, it looks quite interesting. And and I've done quite a lot of exploring. So I've switched over to my ASP Explorer for quite early, and I've stuck with it since. So I also before this journey, I wasn't sure whether to take an exploration Anaconda or the ASP, and in the end, I decided for the ASP because the Anaconda. I like the Anaconda, but it's not really very maneuverable. And I think I want to have a good cockpit view, and I want to be rather more maneuverable. So I stuck with the Anaconda, with the ASP in the end.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, and obviously the ASP Explorer is much more maneuverable in Super Cruise than there.
And actually, I think my Anaconda only has 2 light years high, jump range is only 2 light years higher. So in the end, it didn't really matter that much.
I will, at this point, before the launch, I have to stop the stream and raise my bitrate because people are saying it's laggy still, so the mass jump will look like shit if it's laggy, so I will stop the stream and continue in...
Actually, for me, it has improved now.
Really? But
It's
I
much
could
less
try
laggy than just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I could try raise my bitrate a bit and try if it doesn't improve the stream. But if it's okay now, so
it
shows
looks
me
good on my
green.
side, Henke. I'm watching the stream now.
Yes, so do I. It's not laggy at all anymore.
Yeah.
Okay,
Chips
maybe
are
we go
moving.
with this and then I will fix it to the next stream.
Yeah. Good.
So, does everyone have their target system locked? And most important, is there commanders still en route here?
I have no idea, really. How many are en route? You can see I managed to get an FSD.
And I try to... I'm not jumping, I'm trying to get it on tape, so to speak. if it goes on. At the moment, I don't think no one has dropped from the instance.
Yeah.
Looks fine so far, and
Yeah.
we are.
I think as long as you don't move your ship, then the animation is okay. Right
Yeah.
now it's lacking because you move your ship. I think.
Yeah, that's bad.
So
There
I
should
think
be,
if you just stop moving your ship here, then I think it will be okay.
Yeah. But I don't think that helps with the mass jumps. But I think we have to just deal with it now, and I try to do something for the next stream.
Yeah, good.
There should be around 20 of us here at this instance at the moment, if I counted right.
So do we already have an idea for the next base camp?
It's under works.
Yeah.
It's about 13 Kylie's to the distant Angersk direction.
We don't have the final details for the location. As soon as we have the final details, we will put it on the forum.
Yeah, I was just curious.
So,
Oops.
Wayland, you said that you're using keyboard and mouse, and you feel you would do better using a HOTAS.
The problem is I'm left-handed, so most of these joysticks are ergonomically designed for right-handed people.
Yes.
And that's and also I'm only playing on a laptop, so having a huge HOTAS setup for just a laptop doesn't make that much sense in my opinion. So I'm quite happy with it. The only problem that I have if I really wanted to do a flight assist off combat or something like that, I think then I would probably do better with a joystick. But otherwise, I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah. I know that some of the best PvP commanders in Elite Dangerous, they are using a keyboard and mouse. It's possible to get real good using a keyboard and mouse.
I remember when I bought Elite, I tried keyboard and mouse like 15 minutes and then I ordered the HOTAS. So that's my experience from keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, you lasted longer than I did because I played for 1 minute and I couldn't hit those damn canisters.
Yeah, I tried the training missions also.
Yeah, I lasted 1 minute, then I ordered the HOTAS.
No, I don't have a problem with that. The only real problem I have is if I do want to do combat with flight assist off. Otherwise, I'm doing okay with the setup.
You know, Macros, remember when I told you that I have only one goal for this stream to get at least 10 viewers?
Yeah.
We have
22.
22?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is awesome. We exceeded expectations on the very first talk show. I think that's awesome.
Yep. We just have to make sure that we don't screw up.
So the next plan is a hostile takeover of CNN or whatever.
Well, I think it's okay to dream, but not to dream that much.
There's dreaming and there's megalomania.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's 10 minutes to mass jump yet to go. So, have you, Commander Wonderflow, Wayland, so many commanders. Have you met any friends here, new friends?
Well, actually, I made more I had more friend contact requests during the first jump from Witch Hat in 15 minutes than I had before in the entirety that I played the game. So yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Also, there was a group meeting at the base camp last week, which was quite enjoyable. So there were already a few people there who were faster than intended. So there were already 4 or 5 people there, and we had some fun. So it's definitely.
Yeah, it's funny I remember when I went to Distant Worlds. It was my first big expedition, and I think at the whole expedition I got like 300 friends or something. And at every base camp I got like 10 to 20 friend requests, and it was nuts. And I still do have those people on my friend list, most of them.
Yeah, I think the
I
problem
have,
that Elite has is really managing friend lists, because if you have such a
Yeah.
long list of friends, it's very difficult just to know who's online, who isn't, who's where in Open or in Fleetcom or Mobius or Solo or whatever. So really having that many friends is really kind of a challenge, because the game is not really set up for it.
Yeah, I have suggested to Frontier many times that if they could do some kind of friend list management overhaul, like you could arrange them by alphabetically or when their last online has been, or anything but this, because it's. Have you ever tried the CQC?
No, never.
I have like 400 friends on my list, and if you try to find a certain friend from that list which isn't in alphabetical order, it's pain.
Can imagine.
So I really would like to see some kind of overhaul with the friend management, because it sucks really bad at this moment.
Yeah, but I think if they want to install some kind of guild system, they have to do it anyway, because otherwise it will be completely unmanageable.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it sounds like that when we get the Q4 updates with the squadron thing, then that may kind of look like a guild.
Yeah. But keep rending those commanders at the base camps commanders, so it's nice to see the galaxy map full of green dots.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
Yeah, it is.
And at the moment when you have many friends, it looks funny at the base camp location. The list looks like this. There's like 20 people at my friends list who are at the same location.
One thing I wanted to ask you is, you got a decal for the Distance Worlds expedition. Was that given by Frontier, or did you have to apply for that, or how did you get
Yeah.
The
It was,
organizers
from-
they set it up with Frontier, and
Yeah, it
they
was Frontier's
basically
surprise
got
for.
yeah, Frontier basically got a list from Eramus. Signed the decals.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was nice little surprise.
Yeah. So were you thinking about a decal for the dead ends circumnavigation?
Would be cool, but I think the logo that we have, I think it's too complex to be a good decal, because there's too many details in there, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think so too. But we could also
Something like that would be nice.
Yeah, we could always ask Coinlet to simplify the logo and still keep the general features of it.
But
I
it would
can't-
be a nice touch. I mean, because this is a significant investment of time for many people if you finish, and so it would be nice to be appreciated that way, and maybe brag a little, I did it.
Yeah.
I think at this point it's good to remind people that at 9:59 activate your FSD, but don't trust forward. And
I'll
make
just
sure
put-
that you're logged to the target system. You most likely will need the Champonium.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
9:59 activate your FSD, and I will try to captivate it. But if the stream is laggy as hell, I don't think that it looks so great, but we'll do it better next time. The main thing here is that we get that mass jump to go. Because the first time was sad story.
Yes, it was.
But there was another video that captured the mass jump quite nicely. I don't know exactly from whom, but it was a 6-minute video, and they actually ended with a mass jump, and it didn't look that bad.
Yeah.
I think some commanders got lucky and could stay in the instance. Personally, I got kicked out. Elite Dangerous froze for me the whole time, so I didn't.
I was there for the entire event, but I didn't record it.
I think that live stream might be a real laggy. I'm really sorry about that, but I'm really OBS noob yet, so I'm learning as I go, and I try to make it better for the next stream. So
Well, I
bear
think
with us.
one easy thing you can do is to lower your FPS setting. Don't know what it is
but
now.
I can do it now because we are already live, so I have to do. I should stop the stream and make the change and start the stream again. So I will fix it for the next stream.
So,
But
Wayland,
I hope that someone else is also recording this, because I think that my recording might be real choppy and laggy. So sorry about that.
actually, I think I'm streaming right now.
That's nice. Good.
Got into it.
3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go.
So, Wayland, anything else you wish to talk about from your Elite Dangerous experience?
No, actually, I'm quite good. So I'm happy with the game, the way the game is moving right now. And one thing I think which has to be addressed at one point, but is PvP. But that's something that most explorers won't have a problem with, I think, because at the moment this is a little bit too imbalanced in some way. But out here, nobody cares about PvP anyway, so I'm good.
So you talked about PvP imbalance. Are you referring to the fact that some have engineers and some have not, or Horizons?
And that's not exact. Nah, okay. This is a certain imbalance anyway. That's true. But what I meant more was at the moment, if there's normal PvP where people actually fight each other on even terms, and I think that's perfectly okay. But there's also PvP where people are just ambushing other people and where the attacked person wouldn't have any chance at all, which also makes sense because, of course, a freighter ship should not be able to fight off a combat ship. That makes sense. But what I think about is more along the lines of crime and punishment, because if you attack somebody without good reason, there should be a risk involved for you. And at the moment, you get a bounty of 5,000 credits or something if you kill another player, and that doesn't make that much sense in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely there is an imbalance there. The trader risks a whole lot of more credits than the other commander shooting the trader down.
Yeah, that's the point.
Hate to interrupt, but it's almost 1 minute to mass jump, so people get ready to spool up your FSD.
I am charging now.
1 minute.
Wow, somebody is committed here. He has his local time is 5 a.m.
Oh, I really appreciate that.
5 a.m. Then again, it's Saturday, so luckily I'm still in the instance. I'm going to keep my focus, and I will survive. Oh, yeah, please. So, Wayland, will you be at the next base camp waiting for us?
I definitely intend to. It depends on where it is and when it's. Next meeting is going to be in 2 weeks again, isn't it?
2 weeks, yes. Bi-weekly meetings.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. And 13,000 Kylies.
I will definitely try to be there.
Okay. See you there, Wayland. Thank you very much for attending the talk show.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, Ellen.
Welcome. Thanks for organizing this.
You're welcome.
3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Isi tulee pyyhkimään. Isillä on vähän muuta hommaa tässä kesken, anteeksi. Noin, hyvä.
I didn't understand a word of that, Henke, but then again, I don't speak Finnish.
Yeah, I had like. I should make the jump also.
Are you
Yeah, I
still
had
streaming?
like. Yeah, I'm. Stream is still on. I think we can end the stream now because it's really laggy and looks bad.
Yeah.
But thanks to everyone who were watching, and we will get back to next stream is at I think next base camp maybe
Thank you very much,
in 2
Henke.
weeks.
And
Thank
thanks
you
to
for
Wayland
watching.
for attending our talk show.
Yeah, thank you, Commander Wayland.
See you around. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Yeah, that's a wrap. Yeah, I really have to make some changes to my OBS. I thought that everything would be okay, but obviously, I think
What is your FPS setting, Henke?
I have bitrate of 3000 and I have 1920 and 1080 output.
Okay.
I should probably drop that to 730, 720 because yeah, I think I have to raise my bitrate for the next stream. I think that 3000 bitrate isn't enough for full HD.
My max bitrate is set to 10,000.
Oh, really?
I have CBR padding enabled and use CBR, and my encoder is set to X264.
CBR, yeah, I have a CBR also, and 3000.
Yeah,
Maybe
I have the
to
encoder
raise
set to X264.
Yeah, I have that also. I have to do some test streams before the next live stream. But hey, we had like 24 viewers at best, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah, really great.
I have the bitrate set to 128, channel set to stereo, codec set to that's audio. That's not. Girl, oh no. Oh, in my video settings, I have the FPS set to 30.
Okay. Yeah, I have FPS also 30. But I think that I had way too big resolution to the bitrate. Either I have to raise my bitrate or lessen my resolution.
Yeah. My base resolution is set to 3440 and 1440.
Yeah. I have to fiddle with the settings before the next stream. I think it was really choppy the stream at worst.
Yeah, it was very apparent when you started moving your ship. Then it got really laggy. I guess that's a compression thing playing in.
Yeah.
Did you get any notifications from OBS that it was encoding at a very high CPU rate?
No. It showed the green square at the bottom was all the time.
Because
So
that would indicate that OBS can keep up with the.
yeah,
It's-
yeah. But I can do with the lower resolution for the next stream. I don't think it has to be full HD. 720 is enough also.
Yeah, and it is a talk show, right? So
Yeah, sure. True that. I think that went in general quite well. But I have to say it's surprisingly hard to multitask.
yeah, it is.
Trying to talk and fly the ship and guide people to the orbit and it was surprisingly hard.
Yeah, it is. What helped me was that I wrote the general questions down so I can see if we got it all covered. I think we did.
Yeah.
So that helped me a bit that I had Notepad opened on my second screen. But I have a 2-screen setup, so that is a big help.
Yeah, I have one of my friends has one screen obsolete, so I have reserved it from myself, and I should have it soon, but I just don't have the time to go and collect it. I really need that second monitor. Would be really useful.
Yeah, it is a big help because all my applications are on the small screen next to me, and Elite Dangerous is on my right screen.
Yeah.
I find that is a big help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the interview went well.
Yeah, in general, yes.
Yeah.
Quite well. Except the laggy and choppy stream.
Yeah, forget about that. You'll have a fix for the next time.
Yeah, sure.
I think also Wayland was a good commander to interview. He talks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that was good. So, will you let me know when we have a final destination for our base camp so I can put it on the
Yeah.
forum?
Yeah, I think DECE Base is on it at the moment.
Yeah, do we expect
He already-
when do we expect something from?
I have to ask. He already put some pics to the DECE Scout channel from the
Okay.
new possible base camp system. So I have to talk to him. And Element Boy should be also at the location soon. So, and I am making my way there as fast as I can.
Well, no rush. You already have people there, so they can come.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think we will get the base camp location next week at some point.
My only hope is that nobody gets lost in finding their way towards the next.
Yeah.
That's really my only fear right now, because we don't have a destination. We have kind of a destination. I tried to make it as clear as I could in the
Yes,
post.
but we have said many times that the base camps are about 13 Kylies apart, and
Exactly.
if you're going ahead of the fleet, then it's
Exactly.
who's to blame? Because we really don't. We have said also that we don't know the base camps
Yeah.
very much before the base camp date.
Yeah, those are the conditions on.
Yeah. And I don't think there's so many commanders ahead. There's only a handful of commanders ahead of us.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually, I haven't checked. There's something. Yeah, Feezy Platypus mentioned system. Check the Scout channel. He put the
Yeah.
system name
I
there.
will. I always end up in a discovery.
It's really hard to get down from the tree Geminorum.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Density is really low.
I tried to copy the system name from the Discord channel, but somehow Google Map doesn't recognize the name. Nope. Oh, I can't get it.
I'm burning my synthesis like candy now.
Can I?
Well, I have 39 premiums to go yet.
My material is fully stocked. I have 1,000, close to 1,000. And despite the fact that a discovery claims that I have spent 76 premium, 50 J2s and 50 J1s, I'm full up. So I guess I have been doing a good job of filling up my stock. ISRV. So you're down to 1 SRV now, right?
Yeah. But I think that we will get new ones when Frontier support gets to it.
Yeah.
Because that's obvious bug. But I just think that we have to do the individual bug reports or support requests.
Yeah, I think you have to do individual tickets because I'm not sure customer support are that happy by applying changes to other commanders than one report.
Yeah. But we have to wait what Simon gets his response.
Bio. No, that's. Oh, what you said it was next. So. Acid Imponium on the one right next to it. Something called. Only. It's PAA. Gotcha.
I think he put some picture also.
Yeah, but the system name isn't on the picture. But he said the system name was Dryo Aussie OAA, but it's PAA, I think.
Okay.
No. Damn.
God damn you, Yant. You found 2 water worlds here.
E6. What? On B something. It's really strange. I can't find the system.
All power to systems.
Go. Right. It's in the general areas.
Yeah.
We will find it.
I have to look for it also.
Go. close to, I guess. So I can't find D6, which is the last digits in the name, but I can't find D5.
Maybe it's. Mm,
Maybe he
might
typed
be a
a 6
typo.
instead of a 5.
Yeah.
You can see it's star class G, as in George. Oh, that.
I found the D6. It's right below. Oh no. Yeah. I found the D6. Trio FC OA-A D6. There it is. Just
Not
next.
D6, but A6.
D6.
My Gormat won't find it. Can you get me the name in?
It's like he put it. Trio AEWSY OA-A D6.
So it is OA, not PA.
Yeah. Yeah, OA.
Yeah, found it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Exactly 13,000 light years.
That's good.
Loading is really slow.
So, are you planning to jump there today?
And today? No,
Yeah.
no, definitely not. I have life.
You have a life. Yeah.
Yeah, figured that.
Yeah, but we didn't hear anything from your kids, Henka.
Well, the part where you didn't understand what I was saying, that was me wiping my daughter's ass. He was yelling at the behind the doors that she needs wiping, and I didn't hear it at first, and then I was, someone's yelling. I just left my mic open, so.
Yeah.
That's the worst interruption at this stream.
Yeah, I think it went very well.
Yeah.
I am pleased.
But for the next stream, I really would like we have to keep it at the planet side, because there's way too much multitasking at the launch site.
You think? I
Yeah,
think it
from-
went very well. I
Well,
didn't
yeah,
bring
but-
in that many commanders.
Well, yeah, but because I was streaming, I should keep concentrating that the stream is so people can enjoy it and not just stare at my cockpit and listen us to babble.
Yep.
That's why I tried to use the vanity cam and
Landing gear.
camera and tried to make it like entertaining, but because it was so laggy, I think I didn't have the cause.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But if we would be at planet side, then I wouldn't have to multitask so much. So,
Fuel scooping.
but we have to see about that.
Yeah, we can definitely try that. The only thing why I chose orbit side is that Cohen Led mentioned that it's easier to gather commanders orbit
Yeah, true.
side.
true.
I think Greenberg mentioned that too. That is.
I think that yesterday when we made that test stream and it didn't lag at all, I think that for some reason FPS is, or it might be also that there was so many commanders at location.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I think that is a very big contributing factor to the lagging, because the game has to actually draw all the ships. So.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I have to drop my resolution to 720 to the next stream, so I think it should be okay then.
Yeah, and it is a talk show
No
anyway.
problem. Yeah, true. It was a good thing that you had the questions ready, because all my efforts and energy went completely to that live stream and keeping viewers happy, and I really didn't ask a lot. So
Yeah.
I was like the director and you were like the host.
Yeah, but you had the surplus to ask questions too, and
Yeah, but as I have said, I really suck at multitasking. I just don't know how. My brain goes to.
Well,
Oh, what did I do? Huh? Huh? Okay. Yeah, my brain can't handle when I multitask. There's just way too many happenings.
yeah. Yeah, it can definitely be a challenge. But as
But I think with a
as
little
we do more and
practice
more
we get
shows,
better.
Inga, then I think it will get easier to handle.
Yeah, that was our first, and with a little practice we will get better. But hey, still 24 viewers at the best.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So,
There was quite nicely ships also at the mass jump.
yeah, I saw a lot of commanders. Definitely almost as many commanders as the first time.
Friendship drive charging.
But I
We
think
had,
at the first mass jump we did, we hit some kind of limit,
Yeah.
pushing it over the edge and throwing people out of the.
4, 3,
So we definitely hit some limit at the first mass jump.
Yeah. I counted like 21 or 22 ships at the instance.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time I counted, my sensors showed me 30 commanders, but some commanders may have moved out of range, so we could definitely have been more commanders in the instance and not being able to tell that fact.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping complete.
Well, I think I have to take a little break and go see what my Terminators are doing there.
Terminate.
Because it's too quiet now.
Oh,
Every
that's a
time
bad sign.
It's quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially my son. He likes to take a pencil and he likes to draw. We have told him not to and given him paper, but he still likes to draw the walls and toys and stuff. It's just too quiet.
Must be careful not to hamper his creativity.
Yeah, sure, of course. I will wrap him in the paper.
Okay.
But I will get back to you. It was nice having a stream with you.
Yeah,
Get
you
back.
too, Henga. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. See you later.
Yeah, thank you. See you later. Bye.
Bye.